Greetings, metal community. It's Roger back with another collection update. Been piling up, so I'm gonna shoot a little bit longer video than I'm wanting to do. I try to go down and show about 5-6 items is best, but yeah, this will be a little bit longer. So sorry about that. In the background, we are listening to Abhorration from Norway. This is their demo from 2021. I ordered this and a couple of other stuff from Invictus Records over at Ireland, I think. This is, yeah, as you can hear in the background, vicious death metal. Of course, elements of brutal, vicious thrash as well, but a great demo. You have elements like from Destroyer 66 and early Necrophobic as well, but overall it's just this old, unhinged, in-your-face brutality or kind of aggression. They kind of have a very organic sound to them, even though they are pummeling away. But yeah, do check them out. Aberration from Norway. Great EP. In the same vein, in a way, this is more black and thrash. Pretty good stuff. Necromaniac, Morbid metal. Not quite sure where these guys are from. Should have checked that out before, but yeah. If you like, black and thrash metal, this is pretty damn good. It is kind of in the same style as Abhorration, but this is way more black and thrash, whilst Abhorration is more a death, thrashy brutalism. This is more mid-paced in a way, more calmer and more collected, but still a great release as well. But Abhorration, perfect for me. Then I also bought a new Deathcult. I think they are from Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. This is their first full length. They did release a demo 2 years ago or something. Kind of in the same style as Abhorration, but not as vicious in a way. It's kind of more controlled in a way, but more variated. There are some doom parts here or slow parts, but up-tempo death metal. I like this a lot. I played this a lot of times. Great cover as well. So yeah, but they are more, the vocals are not so deep. They are more thrash or black metal inspired on all three of these releases. Has kind of the same thread in that area, but this is the more deathy of the old albums, because they have more heavy sound in a way. But yeah, another killer album. Then I'm gonna show some this is pretty well known. Finally got my Exodus Persona non grata inside the doors. I've been held up due to a pre-order. Well, yeah, it's black vinyl, so nothing much fun to see there. And yeah, I really enjoy this album. It is not their best, but yeah, overall solid stuff from Exodus. Haven't played this enough times yet, but I've listened to it, on YouTube and stuff like that. But it's kind of, yeah. But that clickbait song that they released early on, that doesn't sit well with me. I don't like that song. But apart from that, I think this is a pretty damn good album by Exodus, and a bust. So yeah, And you know, I don't like double vinyls like this, but I don't like to flip my vinyl so many times. It's a long album, but you don't need to have them on 4 sides. You could have done it with 3, but that's just me. Great music, and everybody knows Exodus, so I don't need to talk about them much. I showed Venio Williams a couple of videos ago, and I had to have this Plasmatic Coupe Grata reissued by High Roller Records. Have a poster that I'm not gonna show. And yeah, Plasmatic was started out more like a, I would say, pure punk band. This is more hard rock, I would say. Kind of toned down the punk. There's still a punk feeling to it, but more hard rock. Still a lot of cool songs on here. I think the Venio Williams album is a little better, but I have more kind of a hit song potential. This is more just hard rock with the great voice. I like her voice. And you know, they have No Class, Motorhead. They did play that live together with Motorhead several times, I think. So yeah, kind of a they have a couple of really good. I mean, The Damned and Put Your Love in Me, Stop Rock and Roll. You know, they are great songs. Yeah, I just like Plasmatic. I might buy the album before as well, but I have to listen to it a little bit more. This was kind of the stuff that's sat well with me with the Plasmatic, but they are cool to watch live, and go and check them out on YouTube, because she's a pretty wild character and fun to watch. Then I got, you know, the repress of the Mountain King, Hall of the Mountain King with Savatage. Good to get these old albums on vinyl. Have this kind of interview story, and of course the lyric sheet. Of course, seam split there, but or tear. Can't do anything about that. So great. It sounds a little bit murky, but you know, the original stuff did. This is a murky album, but I think the Prelude to Madness here sounds a little bit weird to me. I don't quite remember how it was on the CD, but I think it sounds a little bit kind of. I don't know if it's the remaster or something they have done to it. Sounds a bit weird, but the rest of the album is, yeah, murky. I would have hoped they had cleared up the production a little bit on it, but this is what I'm used to, so I'm very happy to have it on vinyl. It's long overdue to have that on vinyl. And I also bought a reissue of Necromantheon's album from 2002. I would say 18, but I'm not totally sure about that. Probably, I don't know, 2014 maybe, I don't remember. Great album. Do like the original cover a little bit better. Rise Vulcan Spectre, but it's kind of more necro and kind of fitting the music. Compared to the brilliant album from last year, this is much rawer sounding, not as technical, thrash, brutal still, but yeah, they have taken a big step from this to yeah, I don't remember who the third album they have. This is probably the first album. I mixed them up, but it doesn't matter. Great stuff anyway. Then I bought, this is an old German band, but kind of reformed some time ago. Dark Millennium. Terrible cover. Acid River. And you know, that's why it looks so damn weird. Black vinyl, luckily, not a... yeah, this color on the vinyl would be terrible, but... yeah, as I said, these guys were active in the mid-90s. Very weird death metal back in the days. Never kind of got... I never bought any stuff by them because they were too... The albums were not strong enough overall. There were too much stuff that I didn't enjoy. I will probably buy them because they are very interesting. They have a unique style. This is the third album since they reformed, and it's a killer album. It's I would put them towards Morbid, Kronzweven, Tribulation, Horrendous. But I do get some Bethlehem in here, and I also do get some Vector. The vocals are more towards thrash, and the sound overall is more to extreme progressive avant-garde thrash in a way, but with death elements in it. They are listed as a death metal band in Discog, no, in Metal Archives, but yeah, I would say they are kind of swimming in between, you know. They have totally progressive metal in here as well. There are some really nice passages, a lot of great lead work as well, a lot of things going on in the songs here, and they also do a couple of doom, I mean classic doom parts as well, so very variated. As I said, the vocals are of a lighter, it's not a deep growl, it's a lighter, more thrashy. Therefore I kind of call Vector in, because they have kind of the same sound. It is technical, but it's more progressive. It's not very fast or like furious. Most mid-tempo, I would say, but as I said, they changed from very cool, heavy riffing to this progressive, fantastic, beautiful passages. This album took me by surprise. I saw the Metabolism of Wolf show this. I think that's his name of the channel. He showed this album and kind of said the same thing that I felt when putting on, because I didn't expect it to, even though he said it, I didn't expect it to be this kind of diverse in styles, and very, very interesting album. I think a lot of fans of both thrash and, you know, death metal, and just people that like extreme metal will find stuff in here that are interesting. I love this album. Will it be a top 10 album this year? That might happen. I played this album 10 times and I still discover new stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of passages here as well that reminds me of Devin Townsend. So that's kind of just showing you how diverse it is, and how, but they have put it so well together. Kind of stitch it very well together, so it floats very well. Side B is more progressive than side A, so expect kind of more progressive music on the B side than the A side, but a fantastic album. Yeah, Acid River by Dark Millennium, great album, or I would say excellent album. I just hope it will continue to be excellent, and I think it will. It has a lot of, you know, undiscovered potential, I think. Then I bought two albums from a band that are pretty well known, Norwegian death metal. Fit to Kill, Blood of Throne. This is their 2019 album. Haven't bought that before, don't know why I haven't, kind of forgot it. This is a butt ugly, transparent, white, whatever, terrible color. But as I said, the music is what counts. This is kind of a yeah, I've kind of struggled a little bit with Blood Red Throne. The reason why I didn't buy it was because the album before didn't kind of do that much for me, so I kind of said I'm in a way done with them. But they stepped up on this album, and it's a pretty good album, but it's not as good as the new one. That is kind of, I would say, for the first time I'm totally satisfied with a Blood Red Throne. I don't know if I'm kind of, you know, Imperial Congreagation 2021. I don't know if it's because they're Norwegian that I kind of demand more from them, but I always felt that there was something lacking in all the previous. In the early days the vocals was not good enough, then I got a good vocals, but the songs sound a little bit uninspired. But on this album they are hitting on all cylinders. I mean, this is a fantastic album, brutal death metal. I think Blood Red Throne, again, I mean, this color shit they put out, give me a black vinyl, please. But again, just everything fits on this album totally. The production, the vocals are great. The riffing sounds way more energetic, sound more like they are like a unit, if you get what I mean. Yeah, fantastic album. Played this a lot on digital formats because I couldn't get it. Again, this was also held up in the same package as the Exodus album. So yeah, I don't have to say much about Blood Red Throne, but it's great, brutal death metal from Norway, and finally doing it perfectly. Then one I haven't listened to, I just haven't had the time to listen to it. It's Genocide Pact from 2021. I have listened to it on slightly on digital just to check it out. If I remember correctly, it's a little bit more grindy sounding death metal. It should be on a ugly white vinyl. Yeah, it's a lot of ugly vinyls this time. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, white. I mean, fucking hell. Bone white is what I call it. It's shitty ugly, but I just hope the album is way better than it looks. As I said, I don't know much about it. I just wanted to do this, put it in there to get it out of the video system. Then I of course had to have the new EP by Maypalm Depth. Yeah, some weird songs here like the Resentment. It's always seismic noise, bad, but you know, overall the killer EP as I expected. You know, they do some experimenting on their EPs, and I'm totally fine with that. And way better that they do that on the EPs than on the full lengths. But the rest of the stuff is kind of, I would say, a residue of the previous album. But yeah, quality stuff as always with Maypalm Depth. I'm a big fan of the band and very happy to have it. And then I had to have another copy of this album. It's one of my favorite death metal albums. My original is slightly showing some wear, and I wanted to protect that, so I bought a new copy of Piece of Time. Totally true to the original, which I do love. Seasonal Mist put it out. The negative part is it's on 45 RMP, which you shouldn't put full-length albums out on 45 RMP. It's just bullshit. But apart from that, a absolute fantastic death metal album. And that was to round it up. 20 minutes, yeah, that's okay. Sorry for plowing through this. I hope you check out Dark Millennium and Abhorration, Deathcult. I think they are excellent releases. There will be more stuff. I do have a black metal video, and I do have a stack of CDs that I need to shoot a video for, but until then, thanks as always for watching and commenting and subscribing. Vi hörs.